I got to be honest with you. I kind of got past this one quicker than most Bears losses to the Packers because, as you said, the quarterback got back on track and played well. So I just kind of processed that in my head and convinced myself not to be too angry and to be optimistic that there'll be more really good games from Caleb going forward.
Yeah, if you rank the last 4 losses on a 4-game losing streak, outside of the Packers part, that was 4 on the gut punch. You know,
least painful.
The Patriots game was a quit, the Cardinals game was a quit, and we know what happened with the Commanders game when we were still 4-2. So like, as bad as the blocked field goal is and all the quotes after, it really was just the Packers part of it. Everything else about that game, if that game was against the Seahawks, it wouldn't have bothered me at all. You know, because we know at this point it's not our year.
It's a really good point. Like we were just talking about like the 2 last-second losses, but when you put it like that, Big Cat, those 2 games that followed, like Arizona was so disappointing because you thought that this team was better and more together to respond after that game, and they wouldn't let the Commanders game ruin their season. And then they pooped down their leg in Arizona. And then you're like, okay, they lost 2, but then they're going to put it on the Patriots, and there's no way that they're going to lose to the Patriots. They're going to get this one, and they're going to win big. And they did, and then they got blown out of that game. So you're right, it may be 4th out of the 4.
And honestly, it was like, because I went into the game on Sunday, I had talked myself into the Bears winning simply not because of X's and O's. It was simply because everyone in the world loved the Packers and everyone had given up on the Bears. And we know how the NFL works, that if you're the team that everyone is saying, oh, they have no chance, that usually means you got a pretty good chance. And I did get baited back in where, you know, that 3rd and 19, in a weird way, if the way that last drive started and Caleb getting 2 sacks and it looking like the Patriots and the Cardinals game, if we had just not gotten a first down, I would have been able to process the whole thing almost instantly and been like, all right, well, you know, as soon as we got into obvious passing downs, our offensive line can't hold up. We expected that. Move on to the next one. I did get baited back in when he converted the 3rd and 19 and then the 4th down right after that and then another play after that. And I was like, man, Cairo's money. Like, I did think we were going to win that game. So that it was almost perfectly Bears in that fact that, like, I wasn't all the way baited back in until that incredible play on 3rd and 19. And then I was like, oh, my gosh, we're going to win this game only to get punched in the stomach yet again.
But it fueled our optimism even more so because that stuff happened. Because I get it that you would have processed it easier if that didn't happen. But if it didn't happen, it would have just been a decent to good game for Caleb. What that last drive did was, I think, make it a very good to great game for Caleb Williams because of the big stage again, the 4th quarter drive, putting him in position to win, exactly what he did with the Commanders. That doesn't happen to average quarterbacks where they just drive their team down like he did against the Commanders and the Packers. So maybe he is Bears proof.
Yeah, 2 game-winning drives that his coaching staff, you know, screwed up. And more than anything, and listen, I know you guys are in House Hall right now, so I'll be careful as always. The switch from Shane Waldron and Thomas Brown and seeing Caleb play the way he did on Sunday, there should be, like, I don't know where they do it. Is it Geneva where crimes against humanity get tried? But that's where Matt Eberflus and anyone who had any part in hiring Shane Waldron should have to go, and we should hold him on trial after this year because it's crazy to watch night and day what that offense looked like, the ball out fast, you know, using his legs, design runs with Caleb, even running and passing on the game script. So, yeah, I think that Matt Eberflus should have to go in front of the UN or whoever does that, and crimes against humanity should be brought against them.
It's Geneva, Illinois, by the way. No,
yeah, Geneva, Illinois.
What do you guys think who's the worst hire in Bears history? Is it the Shane Waldron hire because of how badly it turned out and how many guys they interviewed and how the other guys are all doing well? Or is it the Mark Trestman hire because they had Bruce Arians right there and how painfully bad the Trestman era ended after 2 years?
Yeah, but you got to remember the Trestman, 1 year, they were the number 2 offense in the league, I think. So
in 13.
Yeah, I think it's still the Shane Waldron. I was playing a fun game with my friends, just naming the OCs that we've had in the last 10 years or even 10 years plus, and it's just, I mean, we got to Aaron Cromer and we're like, didn't he punch a kid? And like, yeah, I think he did. So it's bad.
Well, the last year's DC had to be escorted out of the building, right? So I mean,
true. And Luke Getsy is the other OC that's been fired so far this year. So I think it's Shane Waldron though is the answer, just because you knew what was at stake with the rookie quarterback and how much the first season means to the progression, and that's really the one calm that I have after Sunday, and I think you guys probably agree. The goals for the rest of this season are as clear as possible. We're not going to pretend about a playoff run or putting together some wins down here.
Develop your young quarterback.
It's develop the young quarterback and make sure he keeps going forward and not backwards, and don't win enough games that Matt Eberflus can keep his job. That's it.
More importantly, did you spend any time in your urologist's office this week?
No, I did not.
You good?
I have a physical,
You clean?
my first physical on Friday in a decade, so we'll see how that's going to go.
Really? You haven't been to the doctor for a physical in 10 years?
Are you ready for it?
What do I got to go to the doctor for? I'm healthy. I'm as healthy as can be. So we're going to I'm going to start going every year.
Except for the 5 kidney stones, right?
Is this your first? And is this your first prostate check?
No, I don't think we're doing that. I'm 39. I'm not 40 yet.
No, I think.
Why don't you ask for it just to make sure?
No, I'm not ready for that. We're not doing that. I'm going to say, here's what's going to happen. I'm going to go in. He's going to say, hey, we should do the prostate. I'm going to say, you know what? I'll make another scheduled visit to come, and then I'll never see him again.
You just ask for the blood test. That's all you got to do. I'll take the blood test. We'll be good.
Okay, I'll do the blood test.
Will you consent to the hernia test?
What is the hernia test?
You've never had a hernia test?
Yeah, he feels, and then you got to cough.
I haven't had any tests. What do you guys say? I told you I haven't been to the doctor in 10 years.
But 10 years ago, how old are you now?
I'm 39.
You've never had a hernia test?
You should have at 29.
And I actually should say right now that I'm kind of lying when I said I haven't been to the doctor in 10 years. I haven't had a physical in probably 15. Probably 15 plus. I went to the doctor when I threw out my back. I don't know. It was maybe 8-9 years ago. So it's been a while.
Have you ever checked your blood pressure or anything like that in the last decade?
No, I don't think so. I mean, no. Why would I?
I don't think he's got high. You think he's
no? I just wondered if he would just randomly go into You're going to.
Why we're going?
Yes, I'm just saying. You could go into a CVS and whether you're shopping for candy or cosmetics or whatever the case may be, they've got one of those on-site blood pressure
we
cuffs.
used to like that as kids.
Yes.
That was
just a check.
I'm fine. Everything's working fine. I do think I've had something wrong. I've had basically not a broken thumb, but something's been wrong with my thumb for about 8 months. I got to get that checked out.
Yeah, your general practitioner is not going to do anything for that.
What do you mean? I'm
he's not an orthopedic.
My thumb has hurt for 8 months. Can you fix it?
No, he's going to say, get up there, I'm going to take your blood pressure, and I'm going to check your tonsils. That's what he's going to do.
Maybe I shouldn't go to this thing, because I was just going for my thumb.
You should. No, you should. You have to. You got to go every year.
Yeah, every year.
Now that you have children.
The plan. This is the first year of many years of going.
This is the start. You're turning
over
a new leaf.
You have life insurance?
I have, buddy.
You've got to have a big policy.
I'm worth more dead than alive.
Of course. I just want to make sure. I'm looking out for you. You haven't been to the doctor in 10 years. You don't think my wife made sure I had that? Of course I do.
By the way, speaking of the kidney stones, we have a couple. Remember the holiday parody song contest?
Oh, yeah.
We have a couple of songs about your kidney stones.
Okay, let's go.
We have not heard these either, so don't blame us if they're not good. Tyler, are they good?
I'm blame you.
Would you go thumbs up, thumbs down on these?
One is solid, one is not good.
We'll play the good one then.
Yeah, just play the good one. Don't get why are we playing the bad one?
Yeah. Because they could be fun too.
Yeah, that's true.
Sometimes the bad ones are so painfully bad that they're worth listening to.
Play both then. Yeah, as long as they're short. The holiday parody song contest is on. Enter at espnparody.com. It could be about anything, including when someone has, what was it, 4? Was it 4 stones?
Yes, Big Cat has 4 kidney stones.
4. Well, okay. 3 now.
3 now.
Peed one out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
so tell us the first one, Tyler.
All right, this is from Alan Harwood to the tune of "Oh Christmas Tree, Oh Kidney Stones."
Oh, kidney stones, oh, kidney stones. What has Big Cat been drinking? Oh, kidney stones, oh, kidney stones. It's Bear's Kool-Aid, I'm thinking. He dropped his pants, Doc didn't care. He had trimmed up his pubic hair. Oh, kidney stones, oh, kidney stones. This burr I'm peeing. Oh, kidney stones, oh, kidney stones. Now my urethra's bleeding.
Oh,
I like it.
that's a good one.
Simple.
I like that one. That one gets an A+ from me.
Oh,
Yes.
good. Wow.
Yes.
Was that the good or the bad one?
That was the
that
bad-
was the bad
Oh,
one.
That
that's
was the
a bad
bad
one. I
one.
liked
That
it.
was a good one.
I thought that's
Okay, I'm happy we played it. I like that guy's song.
Yeah,
That guy was
Tyler.
just sitting in the front seat of his car in
I'm just
traffic
saying.
and just recorded
It
it.
sounded like he was
I
in
could-
front of a fireplace.
Yeah, I could visualize where that guy was sitting. Yeah, he was at a Target and he was
Yeah.
just sitting there being like, I got to go get stuff. I got a checklist for my wife, and I'm just gonna rip off a quick song about Big Cat's kidney stones. I like that guy. He's a winner.
Yeah.
It was I like the lyrics were good. All right, so this is what you consider the good one?
I would say this one is better, yes.
Okay.
Okay.
I
This
like
is from John Schmitz. It's beginning to look a lot like kidney stones.
It's beginning to look a lot like kidney stones. Every time Big Cat leaves, he can't take his kids to the zoo, blaming the Bears as true as they ruin a new QB. It's beginning to look a lot like kidney stones. Yes, that's my diagnosis. And the only thing that I know as it's coming out of his hole is he also has L5 spinodosis. With a ooh and a every time he goes to the bathroom. And a with a it feels like Lucy's own staff room. Yes, it's beginning to look a lot like kidney stones every time Big Cat pee.
That was great.
I liked it. I did not understand a part of it.
Yeah.
I couldn't hear
The
it.
Lucy thing?
Yeah, what was that?
That's the nicotine pouches. Shout out Lucy, Lucy.co. Go to
Oh.
Lucy. Use code Barstool. Use code Be Advised.
Gotcha.
Very inside there that
Yes.
we didn't even know.
Yeah, that's awesome.
That's a listener right there.
Which
Big
one
Cat.
did you
was
like
good.
better, the first one or the second one? One was simple,
think
one
the
was
second one-
complicated.
I think the second one with the music in the background gets the A++. But both were great. Both were great.
They were both terrific. Yeah, I like the first one better, to tell you the
Yeah,
truth. It's simpler the
I was
better.
a terrible judge.
Like I mean, and shorter to the point. This is funny. I don't know if you guys saw this too. As we shift gears a little bit, Vooch sent out a tweet. This is actually Vooch's Twitter handle.
Uh-oh.
No, it's nothing like newsworthy. But I think it's funny for a player. This is his Twitter handle. Says he's got
Careful, Silvy, with your sources.
Yeah, you're right. Maybe one of the Bajans here. It's got 170,000 followers, followed by, is that real? That's real Vooch, at Nikola Vucevic.
I have no clue.
Center for Chicago Bulls, USC.
Go with it.
Well,
hey, Silvy,
anybody could
before you
write
say
that.
Silvy, before you say anything, I just want, and I wasn't able to listen last week when the internet was coming at you, but I want to say something real quick about it has nothing to do with the source and all that. We're at an age where we have to just accept the fact that we're going to get duped every now and then online, and I'm okay with it. I will read a fake tweet. I will see a fake source. I will see fake news, and I will tell it to everyone. And if someone tells me it's fake after, I'll be like, well, they got me. The internet got me. I have no shame in that, okay? I'm not 22 years old anymore. I can't keep up with everything.
Is this about my story or about this Vooch tweet? What are you saying?
This is about everything. This is a general comment that getting duped happens, okay? When you go hard in the paint like we do, and you're working on the internet and you're working in sports, and you're doing all this stuff, you're gonna get duped. It happens. You know, like walk a mile in our shoes, you'll get duped too. So I got no problem with it. I'm Team Silvy.
That wasn't skull blanking anybody, though. I thought you were going to do a skull blank.
Well, you know what happened is I missed the whole story. Thursdays are my days where I'm just like, I basically get in the office and I don't look up for, 10 hours. And I just work. I got into bed on Thursday night at like maybe midnight. And I pull up Twitter, and I'm seeing that you're having a hell of a time online, and that's where I text you, and I think I missed it. So that's my fault. You should actually know it's your fault. You should have texted me.
Yeah,
you should have texted me, and I would have been on it.
Yeah. I didn't need backup, but I appreciate that sort of.
Yeah, I got you.
I can't believe you missed it.
Guy. I missed all of it. I literally get in bed, I pull up Twitter. Someone's like, Sylvie's crying on radio right now. I was like, oh my gosh.
Crying on the radio. So anyway, Vooch tweeted this,
or someone maybe.
No, and Merck just sent it to us too, and it's hilarious.
Doesn't matter. Someone tweeted it
because it has to do with Chizen. Vooch tweets the old school. No, this is Wedding Crashers. A gift from Wedding Crashers of them popping champagne bottles, and it says, Bulls fans in Chicago realizing they can actually watch the game tonight since it's on ESPN.
Nice.
Like even Vooch is making fun of their own broadcasting.
I love that. Way to go, Vooch.
This may be the first time I see the Bulls this year.
Yeah, I mean, I've watched it sparingly, but yeah, I'll sit down, and it will be the first time I watch it legally, so that'll be cool.
Are you done with the illegal pirating of television product, or no? You still doing it?
Do we have it now? Do we have it legally?
Not yet.
Well, no, you could stream it. You could do the direct to consumer.
How's that working? Have you downloaded that app on your television?
No, I have not. I have not downloaded. I've been too busy with football. It's football season.
You need to get. You know what? This is why I'm telling you. You need to go to the doctor more frequently. Get yourself checked out.
I know.
Don't listen. I know what happens sometimes. Don't you call us next week at this time, or we call you, whatever the case may be. Don't you dare tell us that you skipped out on your doctor's appointment because you got too busy and you couldn't make it.
No, I'm not going to skip out. I'm not going to skip out. And I'm going to be honest with the doctor when he asks me all of the questions. I'm going to be as honest as possible for the first time in my life.
And don't feel compelled to drop your pants and show him that you've
just manscaped. That I can't promise.
Okay.
I can't promise.
You should be sitting on the table with the gown open.
Ready to go. I don't understand why people do lie to their doctors, though. That always made me.
About number of drinks?
Yeah.
Or anything.
Yeah, I'm not going to lie.
There. Yeah.
I'm going to tell the honest truth to everything.
I tell my doctor how many drinks you have in a week. It depends on the week, but usually 12.
That's
right.
12 in a week? You have more than that.
Sometimes. That's on average.
I don't even drink, so I'm going to be able to say 0, and I'll be good.
You just get high, right?
No, I don't do anything right now. I don't have time.
Just nicotine.
I mean, should I say that? Should I say what I want to do?
Yes.
Hey, Doc, I drink 0 beers, but if I could, I would drink, 20 beers and probably. I can't. Can you say cocaine on this?
You don't even have time. But can I ask you guys about this?
Do you test for meth, Doc? I just want to know, because before we go any further, I want to know if you test for meth.
Yeah, fantasy land. Yeah, because we don't live in fantasy land. We live in reality.
Hey, Doc, you tested for cocaine because VR. I may have to go outside here.
I'm done. I'm gone. So what do you think, Big Cat? You were talking about football season and everything. Brady did the game last week. And I was watching Teddy Bruschi on Monday, and he was saying that Tom would have, if he could have, liked to rip the Bears a little bit more for not gaining the extra yards, but he can't, so he'll do it for him, and he did it for him on Get Up. And then, like, this news story just came out last night. Tom Brady could face more broadcast restrictions from the NFL after interviewing Patrick Mahomes. So he's not allowed to meet with any teams. He's not allowed to criticize referees. He's not allowed to criticize the coaching decisions. Why is he doing games?
I have 375 million reasons why he's doing games.
But why are people paying him to do games that much? Why?
Because it's Tom Brady. They do it for the advertisers. You know how this works. I think it's ridiculous as well. I agree. But it's one of those situations where if you were in Tom Brady's shoes and someone said, hey, here's 375 million to do this, you would say yes.
Of course.
Yeah. You can't say this? Oh, okay, no problem. You're still going to, the check's still going to clear? Yeah, no problem. I mean, it is stupid. The whole thing is kind of stupid, but I fully understand from Tom Brady's perspective why you'd take that money and live by those rules.
The meet and greet at the advertiser conventions has got to be packed. Everybody wants a piece of Tom Brady.
When they do the upfronts.
Yes.
Yeah, they do the upfronts. They're like, we got Tom Brady. That's probably what this thing is. It doesn't matter about the product the fans are the ones that are losing out because we want to hear what Tom Brady really thinks, and we can't because of these stupid rules.
Hey, did you watch the Jake Paul Tyson fight?
Oh.
I did.
You were able to get it on your Netflix account?
I was. It was, listen, you guys know, like, what has it been, 25 years that we've been paying for Mike Tyson fights under the thought that, it only takes one punch.
Right.
And that's just who he is. That's his way. He had that whole, I don't know if you guys played the video of him talking to the kid reporter about legacy and how he's going to die. But that's his legacy, is that you tell me Mike Tyson's going to fight, and even at 58 years old, I'm like, all it could be is one punch. It's Iron Mike. Like, who knows?
What do you think? What do you think of what transpired? Do you think it was all fixed?
Oh, yeah. Jake Paul could have knocked him out right away. In that third round, it was looking like it was going to happen. And I know people are mad because they bet on it, and I get that. That part's stupid. Like, it shouldn't have been a sanctioned fight, but Jerry Jones was able to flex his muscles and do it. I personally didn't want to see a 58-year-old guy get knocked out and, take another concussion. So I was fine with how it all went down. I think it shouldn't have been sanctioned because you shouldn't let people bet on something that has that element where it's like one of the fighters can knock someone out, but they won't.
Right.
But at the end of the day, I wasn't rooting for Mike Tyson to get knocked out.
Yeah, because if you bet on Jake Paul to win by knockout, and then he says, well, I didn't want to, that goes against the sport. Like, I didn't want to hit a home run.
It shouldn't be licensed. Yeah, you shouldn't have been able to bet on it.
Yeah. Awesome. All right, well, good luck. So this is tomorrow?
Friday.
Okay.
Friday.
Well, good luck.
I'll be good.
Yeah.
Thank you. What happens if it's bad? That would be actually funny if he was like, you're going to die in 3 months. You should have come in 5 years ago.
That wouldn't be funny.
No, that wouldn't be funny. That won't happen.
There would be some humor in that.
No, I don't think so.
I would. Well, I decide the humor. I'm the one dying.
Okay. I wouldn't laugh at your demise, though. I
but
just
I'm
want you to
saying,
know that.
my dying wish would be that you would laugh at me.
And I would not grant that wish because I would still
then
be
that's
sad.
Terrible. So then I would have
That's
to be a ghost,
true.
and I would haunt you from beyond.
Have at it. Please do.
Okay,
I would love that.
problem.
If I had
That's
a ghost to
guarantee.
haunt me, I would want it to be you, Big Cat.
Okay, that's great. That's
Because
gonna be
it would be like Casper the Friendly Ghost.
I hope your toilets flush well.
Why?
I'd be using them all the time as a ghost, living in your house, kicking my feet up.
What does my toilet flushing?
You don't know.
You can take a giant ghost dump in my
Can you see
toilet?
a ghost? If the ghost is invisible, can you see the physical dump?
I don't know, but I'd be sitting on the toilet, and then Waddle would come and try to take a dump.
Sit on
and I'd
your
be like,
lap?
hey, I'm sitting here. Yeah. What are you doing?
But I wouldn't recognize you because you're a ghost.
Well, listen, if I die, you're going to start thinking twice before you sit down on the toilet now.
That is one of the weirdest things I've ever even tried to process in my entire life.
But I got you.
You're not going to die. You're going to live forever.
You're going to get a good report.
Keep trying to tell Silvy that let me say, what did I say, 20 years? In 20 years, the average lifespan will be about 120 because AI, the medical advancements from AI are going to make it so. But Big Cat, it's not going to be like you're not going to be a decrepit 120. You're going to be 120.
Could you imagine, though, living to 120 and still not seeing the Bears win another Super Bowl? Oh, No, thank you.
They still got a nice guy who botches a field goal as their head coach. On and on and on we go.
Now that's a horrible thought.
Yeah.
Now you
All right.
Yeah.
Go.
All right, get out of here. Good
Go.
luck.
All right. See you guys.
Live your last few days. See ya.
That was gruesome.
Barstool Big Cat every Wednesday, 4 o'clock. Oh, no.